Hello and welcome to another episode here at the Licensure Examination for Agriculturist Free Review or the Agriculturist Licensure Examination. Ayun, kasi di ba may bagong law? Then, ayun, sabi nila, ale na daw ang tawag? Sabi? I don't know. Pero yeah, for this video, we'll talk about respiration. One of my favorite na i-discuss din na topics in crop physiology. Ayan. So let's have a quick pre-test. What is the effect of high temperature in the rate of respiration? So A, will it not be affected? B, will it decrease? C, will it increase? Or letter D, it will stop. Ayan. So I hope that at this time, meron na kayo naisip na answer. Ayan. Effect of high temperature in the rate of respiration. Okay, so let us start this video by defining what is respiration and looking at its formula. So it is the conversion of sugars, fats, and proteins into metabolic energy to keep tissues functioning. So, nung licensure exam namin noong 2023, meron ito. Parang may formula, then ano daw yung process na yon. So, it's carbohydrates plus oxygen yields CO2 plus H2O plus energy plus heat. Kung mapapansin natin, it is somehow just a reverse of photosynthesis. Diba? CO2 plus H2O, ayun yung yung reactant side sa photosynthesis and ngayon nasa product side na siya. And on the other hand, yung stored CHO naman or yung carbohydrates plus oxygen naman ay nasa reactant side na siya at wala na sa product side. So parang ni-reverse mo lang yung photosynthesis. And here, ang mapoproduce pa is energy plus heat. Ayan. Okay, respiration is a vital biochemical process that occurs in all living organisms, including plants, and plays a crucial role in agriculture. So it involves the breakdown of organic molecules. So here, breakdown. Kung sa photosynthesis, siya ay yung binubuo or siya yung, di ba sa photosynthesis, meron tayong carbon dioxide, tapos yung water, tapos kapag in-split yung water, mayroong maiiwan na protons and electrons. Tapos kaya doon papasok yung carbon dioxide. Yung carbon dioxide at yung protons, sila yung magbubuo noong CHO or yung carbohydrates natin. So CHO, carbohydrates, organic molecules, sugar, in the context of this, and on a general, pare-parehas lang yun. So dito naman, bini-breakdown naman yung organic molecules. So bini-breakdown yung sugars. Remember that respiration relies on sugar. Ayun, kasi kung walang yung mga sugar na yun, kung wala yung carbohydrates na yun, walang ibe-breakdown. So, ginagawa yon to release energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate or ATP, which powers cellular activities necessary for growth, maintenance, and reproduction. So this is also one of the reasons why kailangan natin kumain, 'di ba? Kailangan natin kumain ng most of the time carbohydrates para magkaroon tayo ng energy. So, ganun siya. So, there are types of respiration. First, we have the aerobic respiration. This process occurs in the presence of oxygen and involves the complete oxidation of organic molecules such as glucose to produce carbon dioxide, water, and ATP. So, ito yung ginagamit ng most plants natin, ayan, to meet their energy needs. So, that's aerobic respiration. Aerobic, meaning lang nun ay merong oxygen. Merong presence ng oxygen. On the other hand, anaerobic respiration occurs without oxygen. So in some plants and microorganisms in soil undergo anaerobic respiration, which produces energy but also results in the accumulation of byproducts such as ethanol or lactic acid. So lactic acid fermentation. So here are some of the factors affecting respiration. So una, temperature. So both aerobic and anaerobic respiration rates are temperature sensitive. So colder temperatures can slow down respiration. Again, cold temperatures can slow down respiration. That is the reason bakit natin nire-ref yung mga commodities natin, yung prutas, yung gulay. Kasi kapag habang nagre-respire yung mga halaman na yan, mas mabilis silang mabulok. 'Di ba? Kasi nayu-use up yung carbohydrates na nasa loob ng mga commodities natin. So kaya natin siya nire-ref kasi nagso-slow down yung respiration. So it affects plant growth and productivity, while excessive heat can impair enzyme function. So in terms of temperature, the higher the temperature, the higher the rate of respiration. Ayun. So, kung kunwari, maglalagay ka ng, let's say, for example, kamatis sa ref, tas kamatis na nasa labas lang, after some time, mabilis na mabubulok yung kamatis natin. Although, in post-harvest naman, marami pang factors and possible explanation on that. Pero respiration is one of the key physiological process that is being dealt with in the field of post-harvest handling. The next one is oxygen availability. So adequate oxygen levels are crucial for aerobic respiration. Soil compaction or waterlogging can reduce oxygen availability, leading to anaerobic conditions and potentially affecting plant health. Ayun. So in the field of soil science naman, this is the reason why, di ba meron tayong mga like types of soil, then bihira yung ating productivity kapag meron kang waterlogged na soil. Ganun. It's because kailangan ng roots din natin ng oxygen para makapag produce ng energy na mag-grow ng ating mga plants. Again, that's also cellular respiration. Kasi kung walang masyadong oxygen doon, kahit na may stored carbohydrates doon sa roots, may hirapan pa rin silang mag-produce ng energy para lumaki yung halaman natin. Next one is plant growth stage. Respiration rates vary throughout the plant's life cycle. For instance, during the seed germination and early growth stages, there is often a high demand for energy, which increases respiratory activity. And as time goes by, generally nagde-decrease yung need nila for that. And carbon dioxide concentration. Elevated carbon dioxide levels, such as those in greenhouse environments or under certain agricultural practices, can influence respiratory processes in plants. Here are some of the applications of the importance or the knowledge of cellular respiration. So una, sa ating germination process. So cellular respiration is fundamental to seed germination. To respire, oxygen is needed as a major reactant. So to ensure high germination rate, make sure that oxygen and carbon dioxide are at optimum levels. So, meron tayong like levels kung saan kailangan yung, ayun yung minimum na kailangan para mag-respire yung ating seed. At ayun din yung parang reason kung bakit yung ating mga seeds ay nasa aluminum packet, yung mga ganon. Kasi parang in that level, mas onti yung oxygen. And at the same time, wala rin yung water na magli-lead sa seed germination. Ayun. So same through rin sa ating conditions para magtanim. Kasi let's say for example, if you will try na mag-germinate ng seeds sa isang cold na environment, sa cold room, may hirapan ka. Or even in like cold places, let's say for example like Baguio, ganyan, may hirapan ka. Kaya ang uso dun, ang isa sa ginagamit sa Baguio is yung parang heating pad para mag-germinate ng seeds. So the next one is preventing fermentation. So to prevent fermentation, which usually leads to increase in organic acids, crop spoilage, growth of microorganisms, allow for sufficient air to be accessed by crops. So, let us say for example, kapag maglalagay ka ng prutas or gulay sa isang confined na environment, ang mangyayari, put under mo siya sa aerobic conditions. Kaya ang nangyayari, nabubulok yung nasa loob. Yan. Third is delayed ripening, senescence, and deterioration of perishables. So on the contrary, for commodities prone to fast deterioration, such as fruits and leafy vegetables, quality could be preserved if respiration is maintained at low levels. So again, ito nga yung sinasabi ko reason kung bakit sila inilalagay sa refrigerator, ganyan. It's because we want to prolong their life, their shelf life. So quality could be preserved if respiration is maintained at low levels. Okay, number four is active growth. Energy is needed for the continuous growth of our crops to finish their life cycle and produce a yield. To achieve such, continuous breakdown of sugars coming from photosynthesis is required, and such process is called growth respiration. So ito naman, when it comes to growth, ayun, since energy, makikita natin sa formula ng respiration na ang isa sa napoproduce ay energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate or yung ating ATP. Ayun. So, for it to happen, kailangan na mayroong respiration. Ayan. So, respiration in agriculture. Ayan. So, energy production. Respiration provides the energy necessary for various physiological processes in plants, such as nutrient uptake, growth, synthesis of organic molecules, and response to environmental stresses. So, ayan. Again, energy in the form of ATP. Nutrient utilization, it facilitates the breakdown of stored carbohydrates, for example, starch, into glucose that can be further metabolized to release energy or used for building structural components of the plants. So yung sugars, yung carbohydrates na stored, let's say for example, sa potato, dahil may stored carbohydrates doon, kapag may respiration, yung ATP na napoproduce sa respiration, ayun yung ginagamit nila para ma-breakdown yung starch na nandoon para makapag-grow yung sprout dun sa eyes ng potato. Yun. Next is temperature sensitivity. The rate of respiration is influenced by temperature, which optimal ranges varying among plant species. The warmer temperatures generally increase respiration rates, affecting overall plant metabolism and growth. So metabolite synthesis, respiration contributes to the synthesis of important metabolites such as amino acid, lipids, and secondary metabolites, which play roles in plant defense mechanisms and interaction with pests and pathogen. So, ayan. Again, energy ulit to. Kapag may energy, mas nagkakaroon ng ways on how plants can produce some defense mechanisms, ganyan, and specific chemicals that will aid doon sa function na yun ng mga chemicals na yun. And to answer our question kanina, so what is the effect of high temperature in the rate of respiration? The answer is increase. This is because enzymes that facilitate respiration become more active. This increased enzyme activity accelerates the metabolic processes that convert glucose into energy, resulting in higher oxygen consumption and carbon dioxide production. And I think that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye.